Well, hey! I didn't see you there. Welcome to Crappy Little Mustache Land. Come on, let's go!
What's on the shelf? 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 What's on the shelf?
Candyland. This ever-so-sweet family board game first hit the shelves in 1949. Ah, those were the days. And not a lot has changed in good old America since 1949. Well, except for Candyland, that is. See, the board game industry has had its ups and downs through the years, and more often than not, the companies behind the industry are always desperately trying to stay relevant by giving their products modern redesigns. And with no board game is this as prevalent as Candyland. From its first redesign in 1984 that first added the beloved cast of characters absent from the first iteration to 2022, Candyland has gone through a total of 7 primary looks, and today's topic utilizes the third, the 2002 redesign. So this redesign, as you might have guessed, was unveiled with the release of the 2002 version of the Candyland board game. However, 3 years later, the same character designs used in this version of the game were brought to the home video market with the release of Candyland, the Great Lollipop Adventure, which is a thing that we'll talk about later. But in order to advertise for this movie, as well as capitalize upon a very lucrative market in the year of 2005, Milton Bradley released a Candyland DVD game to coincide with the release of the film. These two pieces of media are so entangled that you can't talk about one without talking about the other, at least in my mind. So let's just get right into it.
One of the best-loved board games of all time comes to life in the new Candyland DVD game.
Down like a bouncing ball. We'll walk around.
Just imagine 3 all-new laughing, clapping, hopping games that will have your kids learn.
Oh, shit! This game will make a candy bridge appear in my living room? Sold! It didn't work. So, immediately upon putting in the disc, we're presented with a trailer for the movie. The reason I hesitate to call this a trailer is because they show absolutely no footage from the actual film in this spot.
To share with your little ones. Candyland. There is a magical place every child knows. A beautiful candy landscape with sugar sparkle surprises around every turn. So enjoy a sweet adventure with Mr. Mint, Jib, Princess Lolly, Grandma Nutt, King Candy, Princess Frostine, and all your Candyland friends.
All our Candyland friends? Who the hell are these people? Do they even have names? I literally think they're just random background characters.
Exclusively on DVD and VHS with 4 original songs. Join us for a sweet adventure. Candyland.
I love that they thought that having 4 original songs was a selling point. As if we couldn't go watch any other, I don't know, Disney movie and get way more than just 4 songs. I'm anxious to hear these songs, though.
DVD I've never seen action movies.
Well, don't fret, my lovely wife, as we soon will. It's up on YouTube for free. But we'll save that until after we've played this masterpiece of a game. So after that one preview, we get to the menu and meet our host, the himbo guide through Candyland himself, Mr. Mint.
Whoa! What a sweet shortcut! I'll have to remember to come that way again. Well, hello! I didn't see you there. Welcome to Candyland. I'm Mr. Mint, official greeter and resident lumberjack of the Peppermint Forest. At your service. I'm really glad you came by today, because I feel like playing. There's lots we can do.
feel like Mr. Mint's gonna molest
we
me.
can play King Candy's Gumball Challenge, or how about Grandma Nutt's musical moves? And of course, my very own game, Mr. Mint Says. Which one do you want to play? All you have to do is press your remote when the one you want lights up.
So, just like our friend Mr. Minty Boy just stated, there are 3 games we can play on this DVD. And from what I remember from childhood, yes, I had this game when I was a child. Thanks, Mum. They are all very bare bones. We have King Candy's Big Ball Challenge, Grandma's Nutty Strip Club, and Daddy Mint's Molestation Dungeon. Let's save that one for last. So, King Candy and the suspicious cum puddle behind his castle it is.
Gumball Gourmet, His Royal Eminence with a cherry on top. King Candy.
Aw. He's cute.
Well, hello there.
How many softballs do you think Mr. or do you think the king could fit in his mouth?
You could come.
His mouth is gigantic.
Billy steak. I'll be here.
Okay,
Press your remote when
I
you're
am.
Dolly's on one too.
Hooray! Here comes the first grand gumball.
What do we do, sir?
How about this? Everyone stomp along the path to the next green mat. Now I hope everyone's on a green mat.
That's
well
it?
done. Now, look down.
Oh.
If there's a picture on your mat, any picture at all, you get 1 gingerbread cookie.
Get the gingerbread cookies.
I get one. Okay, press the button.
I'm sorry, his whistling is so beautiful.
Dolly, you picked the wrong color.
I'm feeling very hoppy today. So let's hop along the path to the next orange mat.
Orange.
Boing, boing, boing.
Boing, boing, boing.
Boing.
I don't trust this man.
Okay, everyone should be on an orange mat.
I am King Candy.
You made it! And if your mat has Grandma Nutt's picture on it, then I hereby award you 2 gingerbread cookies.
I had Grandma Nut. Give me those.
Not fair.
This
Okay.
is just a game of luck. If you haven't noticed by now, all that this game is random gumballs shooting out of our king's fallopian tubes, and whatever the color of these balls is the mat we're supposed to move to. And if there's a picture or a specific character on that mat, King Candy gives us 1 or maybe even 2 jibs. My cats quite enjoyed this game, even receiving a couple of jibs themselves. But yeah, that's really all this game is until Lord Lick-my-Dick shows up.
Lord Licorice here to ruin your day. If I were king,
No one would play.
Oh my!
Licorice, what are you doing here?
I've come to stop this silly game.
As sure as Lord Licorice is my name.
He's a rhymer.
Kids, we can't let Lord Licorice ruin our fun.
If we all yell Candyland really loud, maybe we can scare him back to his
Licorice lair. Let's try it.
That's such a stupid
Okay.
plan.
Ready?
Candyland!
No!
I can't believe I've never thought of this before. But since that worked, I'll just try yelling at every problem I have, and they'll just go away. Candyland! I'm the problem. Well, I guess that trick only works for getting rid of leather-clad mustache men. Anyway, I was declared the Gumball Challenge champion and swiftly collected my jibs and ran back to Mr. Mint.
But now, I hope you'll help me decide what we can play next.
I'll tell you what we can play. What?
Your mom.
But really, it's time to head to Grandma's Nut Shack for a little lap dance.
And I know a great shortcut to get there. Follow me.
Oh, my! Looks like I have visitors. I just love company.
So after this Nutt launches down the slide and sticks the landing, might I add.
Well, hello! I see you've come by to play Grandma Nutt's musical moves. If you like music and dancing and having fun, then you've come to the right place.
We'll have to see about that one, Nutt Ma.
She's a nut on her
then
chest.
you've come to the right place. If you already know how to play, dearie, then press your remote now. I'll just wait here.
I don't
There's
know.
a lot to unpack with her.
I don't know how to play, Grandma Nutt.
The fact that she has a nut dangling around her
Well,
neck.
it's really
And then her
quite
hair also
simple to
looks
play,
like nuts.
And a few of
That's
my friends
nuts.
are here to help me show you how. Now where did
And her
they
rubber
go?
gloves.
Yahoo! I'd like to introduce my friends Jip and Judy.
No.
Playground.
These demon spawn are gonna show me how to dance for my nutty grandma? No thanks. If I wanted to see a murderous gingerbread person, I'd watch the Ginger Dead Man. Jib and Judith show us how to play the game that is essentially just musical chairs, with none of the fun of taking chairs away as the game goes on.
Is anyone on the Mr. Mint mat?
I am.
Sarah
Well,
to
if you're on
Judy's
the mat, I
soulless
call it,
eyes.
You get one gingerbread cookie. But that's not all.
I think it's funny she's wearing a
Become the
bracelet
leader when
over
the
her
music
glove.
starts
I
again.
know.
She's
As
quirky.
we go
Oh, and did I mention that if you are on the mat that Granny calls out when the music stops, you not only get a jib, whatever dance you do, the other players have to also do. This makes for a very fun dynamic. But if no one is on said mat, then Grandmama Nutt is the leader. And I have to say, she's damn good at it.
until the next time the music stops. And then, when the song is over, the player with the most gingerbread cookies wins the Grandma Nutt Peanut Prize. So you see, that's all there is to it.
I've always wanted to. Can I put that on my resume? So after a couple rounds of not being on the right mat,
who is on the King Candy mat?
no one.
If it's you, help yourself to a gingerbread cookie. And you're our new leader.
I wonder how Jim and Judy would feel about you just giving us gingerbread cookies. Courtney eventually landed on the Mr. Mint mat. Oh, look. Oh, ouch. My ankle.
Go.
Yeah, that's got some good ankles.
I got dizzy.
Yoo-hoo! Are you
Me.
on the Mr. Mint mat?
Dang it.
Me.
If you are, then you get a gingerbread cookie.
Being awarded the first jib of Grandmother Nutter's dance game.
She even got nuts on her
Ready for some
toes.
more?
Dude, she got nut on her toes, man. She got it everywhere. Oh. I should have been on Jolly.
By any chance, would you happen to be on Gloppy's mat?
You're on Gloppy?
I'm on
You're
Gloppy.
on Gloppy's mat.
If you're on Gloppy's
you want a
mat.
gingerbread cookie.
Excuse me, but what scrumptious treat is this guy supposed to be? A puddle of shit? At least his design isn't as scary as the 1984 version of Gloppy. Why is he so formal? Is he going to a wedding? Or his job at the shite factory?
I'm a nut.
Oh no! Here he is again, crashing the party. It's Lord Sniff-My-Tits.
I'm on to your little game today. In fact,
Hurry, Grandma, not on him, scare him away.
Goodness, Lord Licorice, sometimes you drive me nuts. I'll tell you what we'll do.
So instead of going with my plan and nutting on him to scare him away, Granny chooses to let him join us for a round and makes him the honorary leader. He does this fruity little Artie Abrams wrist waggle, and we have to follow suit.
You
No, Grandma Nutt. All these mats should be this black. I'll take mine now.
But I'll be back.
Ta-ta, Lord Licorice.
So yeah, he just leaves. Yeah, she's got those hands in nut position. I was here the whole time.
Are you on my Grandma Nut mat?
I swear to God.
If you're on my mat, then you may have 2 gingerbread cookies, and you will be the new leader.
Look at all my jibs. I have 5 jibs.
Okay, dearies, this is it. Get ready for the big finish.
Oh, Grandma Nutt's getting us ready for the big nut. Sadly, or due to sheer luck, my camera died at this point, leaving us with no footage of Courtney's triumphant victory. Also, due to the sudden death of my camera, we didn't get any footage of us playing the final game, Mr. Mint Says, which is kind of a blessing in disguise, because it's the worst game on the disc by a long shot. If you couldn't guess by the name, it's just Simon Says, but it's
my very own game, Mr. Mint Says.
And our Lord and Savior, Mr. Mint, commands us to do some strange things in this game.
Pretend you're a kitty cat, like this. Meow, meow, meow. Aw, nice kitty cats. Mr. Mint says you can stop being kitty cats now.
So yeah, needless to say, I'm not too bummed that we didn't get any footage of that. I'm sorry, but after playing 2 excruciating games made for 4-year-olds, I honestly could not take having to play another. And you may be asking yourself, Jared, there has to be more to do on this DVD than just these 3 games with terrifying animation. And to that I'd say, there is. It's the
musical tour featuring the delicious sights and sounds of Candyland.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see what this is.
The point is, you're not stuck if you don't give up.
It's just songs from the movie.
See? I told you there was a lot to see here in Candyland.
No, you didn't. And no, there isn't. Just 3 games and clips from your shitty movie. Speaking of the movie, let's take a look at that. Candyland, the Great Lollipop Adventure was also released in 2005 and is the movie this game is based on. And right out the gate, they hit us with the first of the 4 promised original songs.
Our sweet adventure begins today. Oh, how lovely we know it will be. In the great hills of candy, we'll laugh and play. Then we'll race to the gingerbread tree.
And it's alright. We get to see our other Candyland friends who were mentioned in the trailer. And yeah, they're just background characters with no names. And then we meet our boy, Jib, whose mother is a tree.
Mom, you frosted me 5 times already.
She whatted you 5 times already? Jib's tree mom is sending him on a treacherous journey to the Candyland castle to deliver frosting for the sweet celebration, even though I swear to God that's just a red ball. How does that even resemble icing?
It's neat, sweet, and sticks to just about everything.
And then we're introduced to the king and his daughters, who are like somehow a f***ing fairy, Princess Lolly, and an ice princess, Princess Frostine. What the f***? But wait, these little minion-looking asses are trying to steal Lolly's magic scepter because they work for Lord Licorice, and he wants to harness its magic to take over all of Candyland.
So, Princess Lolly's scepter is the key to today's celebration.
But back to Jibby Boy. He's on his journey and meets his first friend, who's totally not going to molest him, Mr. Mint. He sings a song.
Laugh loud! Sing tra-la-la. Wow, you got to have fun. Whoop.
Then just tags along with Jib. Only after introducing him to these peppermint beavers. They do have beautiful singing voices, though.
Wild and free, stay loose like we.
I have a hunch that this is just going to be The Wizard of Oz. You know, where a protagonist is trying to get to a castle and picks up a wacky group of friends along the way that also want to go to said castle for whatever reason. And we get the second of those hitchhikers, Jolly.
That!
And then Mr. Mint unalives himself.
Oh no! Mr. Mint!
Just kidding. He's fine. But Jolly can apparently shapeshift because he's a gummy. Checks out. And then the minions take the scepter to the Wicked Witch, Lord Licorice, and coincidentally Jib and the gang pass by at the exact same time and catch Licky Boy celebrating his victory and singing the best song in this whole movie.
Licorice here, licorice there, far as you can see, the smell of licorice in the air.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Slickery licorice everywhere, soon they'll understand. Life will be so great, so grand here in Licorice Land.
Literally a f***ing bop. Like holy shit, dude. It is the best song on the DVD game. Like, even when I was a kid and I had never seen the movie, this was just included on the DVD. It was my favorite song. I freaking loved it. Anyway, they almost get caught by the minions, but luckily Jib is able to use some of his icing to stop them.
I'm nearly out of gingerbread icing. Soon, I won't have any left for the ceremony.
Meanwhile, Lolly heads over to Nana Noodleman's house to ask her for advice on what to do about her scepter being stolen. And somehow, right at the same time, Jib and the gang show up. What are the odds? No, really, like what are the odds? What are the f***ing odds? Upon arrival, Mint gets his foot stuck in Grandma's Nutt. Then guess what Grandma Nutt does? She sings a goddamn song, of course.
When a sticky problem tries to drive you nuts.
Well, what do you know? They're playing my song.
So after that long song, Lolly and Granny join the gang, and at least they have a reason to. Mint and Jolly are kind of just tagging along for the hell of it. So Jib and Lolly make a plan to get the scepter back. And that idea is to trap him in Grandma's sticky, wet, gooey nut.
Like Jib always says, stick to the road.
This works for a minute, and then, oh God, where are we? Better not be where I think it is. Oh God. Oh shit. Oh God. Gloppy!
Jib, don't! It's okay. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. He just wants a hug.
And as terrifying as Gloppy is, it's even more terrifying that he's constantly like, hey, where's my hug? Gloppy really is like, one of those guys you went to high school with who always wanted a hug. You know the ones. Then everything ends exactly how you'd expect. Lord Licorice is into bondage, and then the gang shows up and stops him. Jib doesn't have enough icing for the sacrifice. Oh no. But that doesn't really matter, because the real gift is love. Honestly, they should have just tried yelling Candyland at him. That worked the first time. This was a weird movie. It legit didn't even break the 60-minute mark, which I guess it didn't have to. One thing I'm going to mention before this video is over. Look at that. Alvin and the Chipmunks record. Their greatest hits. The mid-2000s reboot of Alvin and the Chipmunks is a masterpiece. I'm going to let you all in on a joke that everyone who follows me on TikTok has been in on for a while now. It's that any Goodwill or any other thrift store you go to, most of them will either have a copy of that Alvin and the Chipmunks movie or some piece of Alvin and the Chipmunks media. You can find Alvin and the Chipmunks in almost every thrift store in some capacity. There's really no point to me telling you that, other than I just wanted you to notice my sick Alvin and the Chipmunks album. And what's really interesting about that album, literally over half of the track list is just Beatles covers. It's just Alvin and the Chipmunks singing Beatles covers. And you know, that's okay. Stop by your local Goodwill, get a copy of Alvin and the Chipmunks for $1.99. And if you've tried this and not found a copy of Alvin and the Chipmunks, let me know what Goodwill location that is, or what thrift store location of any kind that is, and I will make sure to donate them a copy of Alvin and the Chipmunks. Just comment that down below, the location, the address, so I can go give them some monks. Give them the gift of monks. So my final reviews for the game and the movie, based on the 2002 Candyland redesigns, are they suck. But listen to this in-credits song. Legit better than anything else in this movie. Even Lord Licorice's song. I know.